Get ready to witness the unbelievable as China and India team up for two groundbreaking projects that will not only shock the world but also save Russia. Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest and greatest news from around the world. Today we have something truly shocking to share with you. China and India have teamed up for not one, but two mega projects that are going to change the course of history. These projects not only promise to shock the world, but also have the potential to save Russia. So sit back and buckle up because we have all the details on these groundbreaking projects that you do not want to miss. Russia has been subject to harsh economic sanctions imposed by European and American nations since the start of the Russo-Ukrainian War, limiting its ability to expand and develop. The joint collaboration of China and India offers a ray of hope for Russia to recover and revive its economy. Through this relationship, Russia has a one-of-a-kind chance to realize its full potential and thrive on the international stage. Are you interested in learning how India and China are assisting Russia's economic growth? The economic sanctions imposed by Western nations, headed by the United States, have had a devastating impact on Russia's economy. Many Russian assets have been frozen, and are under U.S. pressure. European nations have also prohibited the purchase of certain energy commodities. Given that the export of energy is the foundation of the Russian economy and accounts for more than 25% of its fiscal revenue, this has inflicted a serious blow to the country's foreign trade. A ray of light has emerged for Russia in the east, nevertheless, thanks to an increase in trade demand from the region. Russia has stepped up its commercial relations with China in an effort to address its economic problems, and it even agreed to China's academics' plans to construct a railway from Altai to Bisk. Russia now has a rare opportunity to escape the restrictions of Western sanctions and realize its full potential as a global economic superpower thanks to this new tilt towards the East. It is no secret that Russia and China have a close diplomatic relationship, with China growing as both Russia's second-largest economy and a comprehensive strategic ally. As a consequence, there is a ton of area for expansion and the possibility for future trade development between these two countries. Furthermore, China has a fully developed industrial infrastructure, giving it the unparalleled capacity to produce any goods. Additionally, as a result of this, energy supplies like coal, natural gas, and oil become crucial to industrial production, adding to China's unquenchable need for energy. This presents a golden opportunity for Russia to meet this demand and emerge as a reliable and strategic energy supplier to China, forging a powerful economic partnership that can change the face of global trade forever. Before we move further and discuss the far-reaching impact of this massive project between three great economies of the world, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below to stay updated with the latest videos of massive and crucial projects having strategic nature. Now let's continue. Russia, being a major energy exporter, is a valuable asset for China's economic development. However, the transportation infrastructure in both countries is not perfect, and this is the main limiting factor hindering trade growth. To overcome this obstacle, the best solution is undoubtedly the construction of a new Sino-Russian railway, which can potentially bring immeasurable benefits. The proposed railway will go just 550 kilometers from Altai to Bisk, which is a relatively short distance when considering the terrain. The railway is not difficult to build, and construction crews from China and Russia are capable of finishing the job in 2 years. The importance of the pipelines linking Russia and China cannot be overstated. These vital channels serve as the backbone of the natural gas and oil trade between two of the world's largest economies. Thanks to these pipelines, trade volatility is greatly reduced, ensuring that energy supplies can be transported without interruption. The benefits of this arrangement are manifold, from increased economic stability to improved energy security. With such a critical role in the global energy market, it is imperative that these pipelines continue to function smoothly and reliably, delivering the energy needed to power the economies of both China and Russia. The demand for a more effective and reliable transport infrastructure is increasing as the amount of trade between China and Russia rises every year. This demand may be successfully met by the proposed Sino-Russian railway, which would also encourage the expansion of bilateral commerce. With China's extensive industrial network and Russia's abundant energy resources, the railway project has the potential to drastically alter both nations' economic environments. With the completion of the new railway project, the strategic route between China and Russia will surely be expanded. If China and Russia can achieve an agreement on this project, the cities along the route in both nations will profit greatly economically. For commodities commerce, railway transit is more reliable than maritime transport. The faster the items are transported, the less influenced they are by external forces. Many Russian specialty foods, for example, need a time-sensitive transit method. With the expansion of commerce between China and Europe, there is a growing demand for travel on the China Railway Express. More than 15,000 China-Europe trains traveled from China to Europe in 2021, and the maximum capacity of the majority of these trains has already been reached. Since the current rails are already full, further transportation demand cannot be supported. However, once it is finished, the China-Russia Railway will be able to relieve part of the China-Europe Express's transportation burden and reduce the current saturation. As a result, the trade ceiling between China and Russia will rise even more, opening up new prospects for economic expansion. The benefits are immense, and the completion of this railway will definitely transform the playing field for the two countries. Particularly in the area of national defense, Russia and India have traditionally had a close working partnership. India's army has a sizable need for importing military equipment, and Russia's robust military sector can provide this need. As a result, Russia sends a lot of military hardware to India. A crucial economic partner, India is also interested in the majority of Russian goods. But several European nations have implemented economic sanctions against Russia since the start of the war between Russia and Ukraine. India, however, has made the decision to abstain from these measures, demonstrating its dedication to keeping a positive working relationship with Russia. As a result of realizing the enormous advantages of this collaboration, India instead keeps growing its economic and trade relations with Russia. India's choice to continue having a good relationship with Russia is motivated by shared cultural and historical ties, as well as common economic objectives. Since the conclusion of the Cold War, India and Russia have maintained close relations, which both countries appreciate. India is protecting its own economic interests and delivering a clear message of support for its dependable partner by refusing to join the sanctions on Russia. India and Russia made history in June 2022 when they opened a new maritime transportation route between Mumbai, India, and St. Petersburg, Russia. The journey from Russia to India now only needs 14 days to complete at a freighter's average pace thanks to this route. In fact, this new route makes it possible for Russia to conduct commercial commerce with the whole Indian Ocean coast, which is a significant development for the economy of the nation. It's interesting to note that Russia, India, and Iran designed this north-south maritime transit route more than 20 years ago. This ambitious idea, however, could only be postponed due to the weak economy and trade in India at the time, as well as Iran still being affected by the war. But now that Western Russia's economic center of gravity has been severely muzzled, Russia is more keen than ever to expand this maritime route. The new maritime transportation route's inauguration is evidence of India and Russia's long-standing and cooperative partnership, and it may offer up new prospects for both nations. Russia's robust presence in the Indian Ocean would strengthen commercial relations between Russia and the whole Indian Ocean area, as well as commerce between India and Russia. The enormous trade potential that Russia has with China and India is only going to increase as a result of Western sanctions. Russia is prepared for economic growth to the east and the realization of two essential transit lines. These channels are anticipated to lessen the adverse impacts of European sanctions on both India and Russia, while also being crucial in boosting Russia's economy in the long run. It's quite probable that Russia would continue to prioritize boosting bilateral trade with China and India even after the Russia-Ukraine conflict is peacefully resolved. As we conclude this video on China and India's two mega projects that are set to save Russia, we cannot help but wonder, what other surprising collaborations might the future hold between these three countries? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, these partnerships will have far-reaching effects on the global economy. Share your thoughts in the comment section below and stay tuned for more updates on this project.